Hi guys, this is Josh Hughey with Colonial Real Estate, bringing you out to 2749 East End Road. This is on top of Bluff Mountain, and when I say on top, I mean we are just about on top of Bluff Mountain. You can't really get a whole lot higher. There's maybe a few hundred feet above us, but we are 4.5 miles from Goose Gap Road, which is where we turned on to Bluff Mountain Road and traveled up the mountain. We are sitting at about 2,550 feet above sea level. Just to give you a little perspective, Goose Gap, where we turned off, is maybe 1,100 feet at most above sea level. So we've definitely gained some elevation. But Bluff Mountain is well known for a lot of cabin communities. We also have a lot of locals that live up this direction. But up here, we are at a house that was built back around 1960 and has been recently renovated and remodeled. So we'll go through and look at that here in a minute. The house itself, it's listed as a 3-bed, 2.5 bath with about 1,460 square feet of living space. There's a unfinished basement. We'll look at that a little later. The house sits on 2.07 acres. It says that this is made up of 3 different lots that are put together. To give you a little bit of extra space up here, as we see down here is our driveway coming in. Around this side, it loops around, so easy access and a lot of privacy. So as we come in, have a nice gravel path, some pavers and rocks, give you some good hardscaping here. Old school chimney that looks original. It's been maintained, looks to be in really good shape. I would look at some of the flashing up there. However, the siding all the way around appears to be brand new. If it isn't, it was refaced really well and painted nicely. So the remodel looks like they've maintained a lot of the original character. As we go around, you'll see they've added a couple of mini splits. A nice little walkway to get around to the backyard. Or excuse me, to get around to the front yard. So we have some nice usable yard space here. Down here we have a little extra storage if needed. That door will take you into the crawl space. It is padlocked, so we're not going to worry about that. But we've got good little storage space down here. Cute little bear on the tree there. As we look down here, we've got a neat little sundial. That kind of looks like a wellhead, however, no access to the pipe. I can't say that that actually is. I haven't seen it anywhere else yet, but as we take a look at the outside here, they left a lot of the original wood on the outside, so just a little weathering, but you can see it's a nice screened-in porch. Looks like they've added a deck onto this side of the house. These are brand new footers, all new wood and Trex decking. We'll see that as we go through in just a minute. And then just circling back around the house. Everything on this side looks really good. So a good looking exterior overall. Just to come back and look at it, we've got shingles on the lower portion of the roof. Up top, you're going to see we have, looks like metal roofing up there. Not sure if that's original, but home inspection will be able to help you out there. So now we'll walk in, see a nice large living space. Some newer leather furniture. There's the wood burning fireplace. Large TV mounted to the wall. And as they said, this has been remodeled. So we have newer light fixtures up top, all around. A little more unique fixtures there. I like the tin on the ceiling of the kitchen. Also observed in your mantel above the fireplace, nice large log and supports. It's a really neat way to preserve character in these mountain cabins. We have a beautiful open bar area. There's plenty of space for extra bar stools to add seating. This will make a great spot for some benches along the wall. Help really maximize your dining space. Kitchen itself, we have brand new appliances. Nice large single bowl undermount sink. And a beautiful view outside. Looks like we have some custom wood carved shelves there. And I'd say our cabinets here have been restained, possibly refaced, but a lot of original and antique character there with some newer hardware to really accentuate that. And of course, beautiful granite countertops going all the way around. But I love all the custom log that's been carved for your bar and your shelves. Really nice character. Goes very well with all the older wood on the walls. Nice big beams in your ceiling. So very old school cabin feel to this place. So as we come through, we'll come and look at the master bedroom on the main floor. It's a nice big open room. Got plenty of floor space. Good looking ceilings. We have a French door taking out onto the new deck out there. So here's our bathroom for the master. However, first I'll show you in the hallway here we have a half bath that also has your laundry. And then back around to the master here. This is the one where still needs to be finished. They just said the shower needs to be plumbed in. However, see, we don't have a vanity in here. I don't have a hole in the floor for a vanity or in the wall. Don't see really any access to water here. Obviously a drain either. So as I showed you before, the basement underneath the large crawl space, you're going to have to get in there, find where all of this is, bring your plumbing, your water into this room here so that it can be finished out. And then you can choose whether to make this like a space for the toilet, or if you want to put the toilet in here, vanity out here maybe. So still a lot of options here for the bathroom, but the only thing really that's been done is the insert has been screwed into the wall, your light, your vent fan, but you know, still some finishing left to be done there. So as I mentioned, we have this beautiful deck outside. nice and large. Good high railings to meet your rental code. And then something I was hoping we'd have a better view of today. It's a little bit hazy, but you have a long range, huge mountain view. So that view is just going to extend for miles. You can see the outline of these mountain peaks in the back. Then a gate and stairway down to the yard. A nice huge view here. And then of course you have your porch that's screened in, as well as a deck directly above it. We'll go look at those right now. So back in through the living room, we have a couple of doors here with some nice older hardware. Again, just a testament to preserving a lot of the antiqueness about this cabin. But off the living room, we've got this large enclosed screened in porch. Newer fixtures, good looking ceiling. All the wood appears to be in great condition. Nice original flooring. It's the kind of look that just reminds me of a cabin that I would visit my grandparents in when I was younger. But have some of the original cushions most likely, but looks like on newer frames. If not, then they've been taken care of very well. And of course, nice dining table, so you can enjoy some meals out with this beautiful mountain view. Now we'll make our way upstairs. Up here we have a long hallway, some neat little lighting fixtures. One of my favorite things to own is a large topographical map of the whole mountain range, or local mountain range, but this shows North Carolina, Tennessee, whole Smoky Mountain range. Really love those maps. And here at the top of the stairs we have our second bedroom, outfitted with a couple of twin beds. It's one of our mini splits. And just look at this door here. It's nice hard wood there for the slats. Normally you'd see this is real flimsy, but this is a lot thicker than you normally see. Have a walk-in closet here. Again, same thing on the door to the bedroom. Looks like we have some newer windows here. It's a nice touch. This is a great way to wake them up in the morning. And here we have a third bedroom. Looks to have a full-size bed. There's your second mini split. Closet door right there. And then we have the upstairs bath, which has a walk-in shower. Nice rainfall shower head. New vanity. Again, newer windows. Toilet, just really cute bathroom here. And then finally, we'll come onto the upstairs deck. See that we have nice newer deck. with wire rails that are stretched all the way across. Of course, Trex decking up here as well. And then finally, just an even better picture of this massive view. So as we're standing here, this is about how it looks. Of course, as I said, it's pretty hazy. However, off in the distance, we have more mountain peaks that are way out there, just making this one of the bigger views that you're going to get in this area. So as we see here, looks like this is probably some original metal on the top of the lower screened-in porch. But over here we have new shingles, new gutters, which that's over the master bedroom there. And looking back at the house, everything else appears to be in good shape. We have some carpenter bee holes, which is pretty typical. However, something you just have people come out to spray for. But overall, this is a beautiful cabin. It's a great preservation of the old mountain cabin character. So overall, it's really nice. Just a few things to note. It does have a mothball smell when you walk in. It's something that will eventually go away. From what I understand, this is likely just a second home. I don't think that it's been put on a rental program. However, once you complete the master bathroom, I don't see why it wouldn't be ready to go directly onto a rental program. Just need a few little things like either a different dining table or better use of the dining table. I mean, this one does have the benches we mentioned earlier. Get some bar stools here. A few furnishing and decor items. So from the view to the antique finishes, the wood-burning fireplace, some of the older decor, but also the modern updates, all of that put together, I would say it would make this a great rental property. So there you have it. That is 2749 East End Road on top of Bluff Mountain in Sevierville, Tennessee. As always, the information will be in the description. Feel free to give me a call if you like this property or any others in our area, and I'll help you make your dreams of Smoky Mountain homeownership into reality.